What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing NBA All-Star Saturday Night, or as I like to call it, the anniversary of Mac McGlung's weekend. But before we get into all of that, the dunk contest festivities, the three-point shootout festivities, of course, you know the NBA started off with the initial skills challenge, and this year you've seen Team Cavaliers that consisted of Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley go up against Team San Antonio Spurs, which had Victor Wembanyama and Chris Paul go up against Draymond Green and Moses Moody. And let's not forget that this game, or this contest, right? I know the skills competition isn't always looked at as the most dynamic, most sexiest thing, right? And when I initially seen the teams and initially seen the format, I was excited. You know, some people don't think too highly of the skills competition, but I really enjoyed it. I thought there was something very interesting. Let's talk about it. And the San Antonio Spurs, with Chris Paul and Victor Wembanyama electing to not shoot the ball, right? I don't know whose idea was it, but all in all, I think it was Chris Paul's idea. They did not shoot the basketball. Of course, we know you have to pass, dribble, and shoot the basketball. They didn't take any attempts, and they were disqualified. Very, very upsetting to fans that were in the building. They did get booed. You've seen effort from everyone else involved besides, if you want to be technical, the Spurs, the Victor Wembanyama and Chris Paul did make it through, but all in all, they just didn't do it properly, which caused them to be disqualified. You looked at you seen the looks on Chris Paul's face, you know, Reggie Miller, even Kevin Hart, everybody were commenting like, well, what are the rules and things like that? Did they try? It was just insane to see at first glance. Then you look at the team that actually won, which was the Cleveland Cavaliers with Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley. Job well done. They completed the final round in a minute flat, which was good to see. I mean, they did it very quickly. And I think with the skills competition is pretty much about not only about passing, but also about shot making, because that will elect you to have more, you know, a faster time than your opponents. Now, in the 3-point contest, my dark horse to win was actually Jalen Brunson. But in the first round, let's just talk about Buddy Hield and his shooting, actually putting up 31 points in a round. Just unbelievable shooting from Buddy Hield. You've seen guys like Jalen Brunson. You've seen guys like, you know, Cade Cunningham. And I definitely, you know, threw my hat in the race with guys like Darius Garland, who had a phenomenal first round as well. But you looked at the top three that didn't make it to the second round, which was Darius Garland, along with Buddy Hield and Tyler Hero, who didn't shoot the best in the first round, but was able to get himself, you know, into the finals because Damian Lillard could not beat Tyler Hero's score. So Damian Lillard, who was going for a third straight 3-point contest winner, did not make it to the finals. So the finals was Buddy Hield, Darius Garland, and Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero did go first and put a lot of pressure on those guys. I believe his score was a 24 to start, and that meant that Garland and Buddy Hield was chasing him. Now, Buddy Hield gave it a valiant effort and ended up with 23, but ultimately Tyler Hero ended up winning the 3-point contest. The first Heat player, I believe they did say, since Daquan Cook. So That's good to see for the Miami Heat organization. Now, let's get into the dunk contest. I know a lot of people weren't very excited about the guys that were participating because they aren't household names. You had guys like Andre Jackson Jr. from the Milwaukee Bucks, Matas Buzelis from the Chicago Bulls, along with Steph Castle from the San Antonio Spurs, and two-time back-to-back champion Mac McClung. I was looking forward to see what, of course, Mac McClung was going to pull out of his back pocket this year. But again, guys with sneaky hops is like Stephon Castle. You seen, them giving Vince Carter his flowers, so to speak, at in Oakland, because it's been 25 years since he actually participated in the dunk contest, his first and only dunk contest up in Oakland for the NBA, and you've seen just the production and overall just love and admiration people wanted to show and have for Vince Carter in that moment, which was good to see from the NBA. But let me talk about the dunk contest. We'll get to Mac McClung in a minute. I'll say this about Stephon Castle. He was dunking the ball very, very well. His first dunk was great to see. He got his first dunk down. But I'll say this about Andre Jackson Jr. and Matas Buzelis. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for participating. Those guys, I believe that stage wasn't for them. That's what I'll say. I believe that stage wasn't for them. It's different when you're out there alone. Maybe you've practiced a dunk, a few times, 10 times, 25, however many times. But in that moment, in that position, neither one of those guys were able to get it done. Now, let's talk about Mac McClung for a minute. This guy has dunks galore. And after we've seen him the last 2 years, I really didn't know what else he was going to pull out of his hat. First dunk, he jumps over a car, and not only he jumps over a car, he clears the car. Like, he absolutely clears the hood of the car. Now, it wasn't the best landing, but he cleared the car and reverse dunked it. Absolutely insane. They gave him a 50 for that. His next dunk, he gets another perfect score. So, mind you, he has 100 going into the final round, going up against Stephon Castle, who had some. Stephon Castle's second dunk was really, really good. I really enjoy Stephon Castle's with creativity, because a lot of those dunks, the dunk where his tandem guy shot it, it went off the backboard through the rim, and he caught it and put it through his leg. Absolutely incredible. That was insane. But again, like I said, Mac McClung had just dunks galore. He had this one dunk where he had the guy spinning on the hoverboard, and then another guy holding the basketball on a ladder, and he dunked it. I mean, absolutely insane. He had another dunk where his last and final dunk is where he caught it out of Evan Mobley's hands while he was standing on a platform board, and he bounces it off the rim and he dunks it. I'm like, this guy is absolutely incredible. And it's a shame because this is the only time that you hear of Mac McClung. And to the casual fan, of course, you're not watching him in the G League, or if he is on the Orlando Magic's roster, they're not giving him in any minutes. So this is probably the only time of year where the uptick in Mac McClung views and things like that go up. But make no mistake, the guy is an absolute baller. He's an absolute baller. I don't think the NBA skimped on production this year. I think they did very, very well when it came to All-Star Saturday night. But, there's going to be some people that feel like they can do without. I don't want to hear the talks about, oh, this guy needs to do it, that guy needs to do it, this guy needs to do it for it to be exciting. Honestly, if you ask me, the dunk contest should be somewhat at the forefront of the show. Either before, or it should be before the 3-point. I think the 3-point shootout should end NBA All-Star Saturday night from here on out, because it's not the fact that guys don't want to do it. I just feel like if Mac McClung is doing this, other guys are going to feel like, what can I do to top that? And some guys just don't be wanting to do that. You know, I could throw a whole bunch of names out there. The Zions, the John Morants, the Anthony Edwards, guys like that. And even if you go back as far as my favorite dunk contest is Zach LaVine versus Aaron Gordon. That's 2015. Even if you go back that far and you say to yourself, well, that was really 10 years ago. So you look at guys like that and you look at the level of dunks and quality of dunks they were doing then, and you look at now what Mac McClung was doing this evening, it's just like, what can top what he did? So I look at NBA Saturday Night as just the thing that gets us to Sunday, right? So I'm interested to see what they do next year, but I think All-Star Saturday Night was a success. I know some people may think otherwise, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. NBA fans, basketball fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to know anytime a video is being uploaded to the channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I catch you guys on the next video.